Hello everyone, welcome to another live video here on Narc Survivor. Why is the narcissist no longer interested in you? When this happens, they make us look at ourselves. They make us feel like something is wrong with us, when really it's their inability to be satisfied. In the beginning, they see you as perfect. You're this ideal person for them. But as time goes by, your supply loses its potency. It no longer has the same effect on them. And that is when they begin to lose interest in you. And it's also because of their false self. They have to see it at some point as though they're superior to you. They have to see it as though you're beneath them to validate their false self. Especially when you start to have different opinions. When you start to argue. They have to see it as though there's something wrong with you. And they can never really value you. They can never really appreciate you. Because the way they think is that if you're so great, what are you even doing around them? They may act grandiose, but that is actually just to compensate for their deep insecurity. They're very insecure. And if you're around them, they just see you as something to play with. And that is why the narcissist will lose interest in you. When you're around them, they can't really value you. It's only when they first meet you. It's only when you've been away from them for some time. Then they may start to idealize you. But we often look at ourselves and we think, maybe it's something I did. Maybe I wasn't good enough for them. And that is actually what they want you to think. But the reality is, you know the effort that you put in to make the relationship work. You know everything you did for them. And the chances are, they're not going to find someone who's willing of doing what you did. They're not going to find someone who can operate at that capacity. Someone who's so forgiving and understanding of their dysfunctional behaviors. So they make it look like they're riding off to the sunset, as though they're moving on to bigger and better things without you. But the reality is, they don't find someone who's another grade A source of supply like you were. They don't find someone who's willing to do whatever they want. It's not that easy for a narcissist. Of course, they can be gullible, especially after they leave you. Someone can come along and sell them a dream, and they really think they found something so great. And then they'll try and sell that same dream to you. They'll try and make you buy into it. when the reality is they've just been tricked. There's only two kinds of people who are really going to end up around a narcissist. It's either someone who's being fooled, who will eventually figure them out and get rid of them, or it's someone who's just using them. Someone who's just taking advantage of their vulnerable situation. Narcissists never find anything great. They only find us when we're unaware. And once you've left these people and you've moved on, you will look back and think how strong you are now. You're more aware, you understand more. And that's how they get in, really, is when we don't understand. We don't realize that we're being tricked. We think that this person is real, but they're not. And when they leave you, they're just as fake as when they first met you. It's just another illusion, only with someone else. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this. I'd like to hear from you. Please leave your comments below. Let me know about your situation, where the narcissist was no longer interested in you. Heathercruz says, was left homeless, jobless, no vehicle, nothing. He's living with someone else. Yeah, that's usually how it goes for them. You were their rock. You were their life support. And when they lose interest in you, or you get fed up of them, they're just gonna suck off someone else. That's just how it goes. Fuok Lee says they lose interest also because they have found the new supply. Yes, that can be true in many situations. As I said earlier, the supply loses its potency. Every supply has an expiry date. So at some point they are going to lose interest in you. It's actually like a curse. They can never be happy with their current situation. They're always looking for something more. But they want you to think that they've moved on, and for the first time they don't want something more, when that's just not true. The cycle always repeats itself. It doesn't change. Dan the Man says, I was homeless also. I lost my job, everything. Sorry to hear that, Dan. But I understand. I have heard from my clients who have been left when they were at a difficult point in their lives, and the narcissist just left them with nothing because they will do that. And as Miss Jones says in the comments here as well, he robbed thousands off me and my family, living with new supply within a matter of months. Yes, they will steal from you, and they will just run off and start a life with someone else, like you never existed. These narcissists, they're crazy. It's like one day they're telling you they love you. Maybe they want to get married. They want to have children with you. And then before you know it, they're off with someone else. Like you never existed. Like you never meant anything to them. Because you didn't. They never even knew you. They were only with you to extract things out of you. That's the truth. Not everyone is ready to hear it, but that is the reality of narcissists. Anyway, I'd just like to thank you for joining this live video. I appreciate you all. Check out my TikTok page if you haven't seen it yet. You can follow me at Narc Survivor YouTube, and also my Instagram as well, with the account of the same name, Narc Survivor YouTube. Thank you all for joining this live video.